Israel Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I would love to give all praise, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Chad Wadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us just 100% truth. Shalom to the hopefully elect. Shalom to all the ahchyam, listeners, truth, and sincerity. Shalom to the sincere Akwaf that may be out there watching and learning. It's your buddy Call from the GMS Columbus, Ohio branch, coming at you again with another lesson through the Spirit. And this is something we kind of touched on briefly in our Friday night sit down this week. But just something that really struck or hit home, when I just sat and thought about it, just waiting on the Lord, you know, and I used the reference, just think about, if you were away from someone that you loved, that you love dearly, and you're away, and you want to be there, but you can't be there. It's not time, you know. And, in this world, I guess you can use this example, you know, men or, people that go to jail, they do a long time in prison, you know, and you may have had a woman, on the outside, a lot of them leave, a lot of them are not willing to deal with that pain and deal with what comes with waiting. People begin to get antsy, they get eager to do certain things, whether it be sexually or, you know, just moving on in life. A lot of people are not willing to be patient and wait, but having that person, you did all this time and you come home and that person is still there waiting for you, you know, how much honor does that deserve? It's just a true blessing to have someone truly wait on you. All the long nights, all the nights where they sad, hurting, missing you, missing your touch, missing your love, missing, the conversation, anything, and they waited it out. They thugged it out, you know, dealing with the trials and tribulations on their own, and to come home and they're still there, man, that's a true blessing. We're in that same position with the Lord. We've been away for a long time, you know, the Lord, Yahweh Shai came and did his bid, and, now he's back on the right hand of the Heavenly Father, you know, and we're without him right now, so to speak. And he's without us, and we are the ones, the elect, what I'm saying? We're the ones suffering, going through this life, you know, waiting for the Lord, man. And, all in all, I'm saying all that to say, man, we gotta wait and be patient, man. All right. And the Lord is gonna exalt us. All right. The Lord is gonna put us in those high positions, man. You know, we are gonna receive the greater end of these blessings to come because we waited. We were patient for the Lord. All right. So I just wanted to get a few precepts just on waiting for the Lord, being patient, because it's key. It's key. It's key. It's key in the times we living in. All right. But I start here, Psalms 27, in verse 14. It says, "Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on Yahweh." All right. Be patient. All right. Being patient. Let me see. Get that definition real quick. What should I say? Patience. Okay. Yeah, this is cool. This is the capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. That's beautiful because you can't sit around and think you're gonna be pissy and mad at the Lord, man. You know, you gotta walk and lead your life with understanding, all right, as to what's going on, you know, because we know like everything we go through is a reason for it. All the suffering, everything is a reason for it, all right. You know, you got people in the world that'll be quick to say or ask the Lord, why this, why that, why this, why that. We understand, all right. We just gotta patiently wait. Yeah, it sucks, it hurts, it's painful. All right, this flesh is no good at all. All right, but yet we still wait. We still patient. All right, and we are willing to accept all the trouble and all the suffering that comes with serving the Lord. And that's just what it is, man. You know, we can't, you know, let go of the Lord and try and run off and do our own thing because we feel that our needs are not being met. We can't think we're gonna continue in our worldly lives because the Lord is taking too long, or the time is too hard to bear, or the lust of your flesh is pulling you in another direction. See, can't be that way. All right. Let's see. Like this right here. So like, yeah. Very kind. Psalms 25, verse 3 says, "Yeah, let none that wait on thee be ashamed." See, like we're not ashamed to wait on the Lord. All right, we're not ashamed to be in a lower state and deal with the things that we deal with. All right, we're not ashamed to have cut off. But I'm jumping right back in. You know, just we're not ashamed to deal with what we deal with. We're not ashamed to be laughing stock. Matter of fact, let's get that because that's a big part in this too. Because not a lot of people are willing to accept embarrassment, so to speak. And it's not that we're embarrassed to serve the Lord, but you know, we've all had that feeling. You know, you out on the line. You know, you out doing the work. You know, and you know, you got people that will love to talk shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, you might see somebody that you know in the world come by this at the third. You know what I'm saying? It's a different feeling, you know, but we're willing to suffer that and say, fuck you. All right. And what you think about me and my garment, all right, and me speaking loud and you speaking the Bible, you know what I'm saying? You may have knew me as some nigga in the world, but no, I'm a servant for the Lord. All right. Let's see. Yep. 1 Corinthians 4 and verse 10, it says, "We are fools for Hamashiach's sake, but ye are wise in Hamashiach. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised." See? So we are willing to be the lowly, all right? We are willing to be the fools, so to speak, you know what I'm saying, for the Lord, man. Because we know that the lowly and the meek, matter of fact, let me see, slack it real quick. Yeah, Psalms 37. Psalm 37 and verse 11, it says, let's see, damn, it's perfect. I'm gonna start at 7. Psalm 37 and verse 7, it says, "Rest in Yahweh and wait patiently for him." See? It says, "Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way." Man, We can't get caught up because Jake in the world is prospering and they getting all these big deals, they getting this money, they starting this business, they got this girl, they got that girl, they got this car, they got this chain, we can't get caught up in that because these other motherfuckers is prospering. See? It says, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass, cease from anger and forsake wrath, fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. We don't gotta stoop to them levels, man. We don't gotta sell out and go do some shit that's against what we believe in and what we know, what we care about to have some monetary gain. We don't have to do that. We don't have to go through that. All right? Because the Lord got us. Okay? The Lord, for us being in the lowest state and willing and accepting of our condition and what we have to deal with, the Lord is going to reward us. Okay? It says, verse 9, for evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. See, them niggas doing this evil ass shit to get whatever they're trying to get, they're gonna be cut off, man. 2/3 of our people are gonna die. These other heathen nations, they're gonna be dead as well. All right, in the time to come. All right, when World War III jumps into full scale, all right, and Yahweh Shine and angels come back, all right, and they're raining down chariot fire in the midst of these missiles and all that, man. These people are gonna be cut off, man. All right. And that's because they didn't want to hearken to the words of the Lord. All right. And the other nations, they were destined for that destruction. All right. It says, verse 10, for yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yeah, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. See that? Well, let's get that definition for the word meek. Actually, let me get
Strong's H 6035. Anav. Anav. Second entry. Anav. Anav.
It says poor, humble, afflicted. You see? Humble, lowly, meek. See? In the Strong's, it goes, says depressed in the mind, gentle, circumstances needy, especially saintly, humble, lowly, meek, poor. See? So does that mean that we are just broke as hell and we just running around, you know what I'm saying, living in a box on the street? No. But we're low. Alright, we're not putting ourselves in lofty positions. Alright? We're not selling out for a bag. A lot of brothers have put certain things on hold or halted them because of our service to the Lord. Alright? Because we don't want these certain things to take hold of us and pull us away. Alright? A lot of things have been put on hold, a lot of things have been put behind us, for our service. And we're fine with that. We take the low on a lot of situations, you dealing, you know what I'm saying, you got to be the bigger person to be able to walk away. All right, of course, we ain't taking no threats or none of that, you know what I'm saying? But, it comes with being a man and being able to walk away from certain situations, not putting yourself in a position where getting yourself into a bunch of trouble, all right? Even in the midst of brothers, you know what I'm saying, taking a low, you know what I'm saying? Because we all, have a deal of knowledge, but being able to sit down, be quiet and listen to brothers, all right, taking counsel, all these things, man. The Lord is dealing with those men, All right, willing to humble down and accept. All right, with being able to accept what this comes with. All right, and that's just it, man. Okay, we gotta be patient and accepting and willing. All right, to do this work, man, and wait for the Lord, man. All right, because in due time we will receive everything that we've forsaken, everything that we've lost. All right, it's all will come back to us, man. All we gotta do is wait, man. Keep pushing and be patient, man. All right, it's gonna be such a beautiful day when you getting beamed up in that chariot, man. You know, and you meet up with all your brothers, man. Your body's changed. All right, you've been finally made perfect. All right, you finish the trial. All right, let me see. Might as well go here. Yeah, why not? Zechariah 13, starting at verse 8, it says, "And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, two parts therein shall be cut off and die." Why is that? Because they didn't hearken to the words of the Lord. They lived a life of wickedness willingly, all right? Uh, worshiping other gods, selling out, all right? Doing vile, abominable things, all right? To receive monetary gain or, just bowing down to this place, man, all right? They're going to be cut off for many reasons, all right? It says, "But the third shall be left therein." See, that's going into the elect, one third. All right, it says, "And I will bring the third part through the fire. It will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, It is my people, and they shall say, The Lord is my power." See, Yahweh is my power. All right. When you're dealing with gold and silver and precious metals, it goes through a strenuous process in order for it to become this beautiful piece that people love to wear, all right, and hold as a possession, all right. So same with us, we are going through that fire, we are going through that beating, all right. That way we may be that precious being, all right, going through all these trials and tribulations that's making us, all right. So man, moral of this lesson is, we got to be patient. Be patient, be patient, be patient. Wait on the Lord, because the Lord is going to come. All right. Scriptures tell you that no man knoweth the day nor the hour, but the signs that are coming to pass, we know it should be soon. All right. But it doesn't matter how long it takes. Keep pushing, keep the faith, man. It's that simple. All right. The trials and tribulations don't stop until the world stops. And that's just it. All right. But with that, Lord willing, that was edifying. I want to give our praise, our honor, and our glory again unto Yahweh, Ahchyam, Yahweh Shai, Ahchyam, Rakakwadash. Double honors again to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. With that, I'll say Shalom and abide for ball.